If everybody would take their seats, please. We'll get started so we can get everybody out of here on time. There's 12 pages of notes up here and none of them are mine. One thing I would like to do, and I would like to remind everybody, this yellow sheet that's on your table, if you would, please fill that out. This information is very important to us because that way we know what you want to know, what you need to know, and what we can do better to improve it. And this will also allow us to contact you on any specific product or carrier that you might want additional information on. Anyways, what we're going to talk about is what I told you a little bit earlier, is the brokerage is diversified. We are a life insurance brokerage house as well as a health insurance brokerage house. And I wanted to start off here. Junior, I tell a story that he loves, and actually I told it to Bill Trees, and he liked it as well, so I guess I'll go ahead and tell it. But I think, does everybody know who Billy Graham is? Well, you know, Billy Graham was on one of his last crusades, and when he got through with it, he went out to get in the limo to go back to the hotel, and he told the limo driver, he says, I've never driven one of these things. He says, is there any way that I can drive this back to the hotel? And the limo driver says, I've never actually ridden in the back of one of these things. He says, sure, Mr. Graham, Reverend Graham, if you want to, would you please? So he jumps in it, guy jumps in the back. He said, now please be careful. He said, because this thing's real long and you might jump a curve. So first turn, Billy jumps a curve, the cop's right behind him, pulls him over. Looks down and sees him, says, can I see your driver's license? Billy hands him his license. He says, wait here. He goes back, phones in. He says, hey, Captain. He says, I think I've stopped Jesus. He says, why do you say Jesus? I think you mean Jesus. He said, no, Jesus, as in Christ. He goes, why do you say that? He goes, who else would Billy Graham be chauffeuring? Anyway, we want to talk a little bit about life insurance now. And one of the things that we want to remind all the agents to do is the fact finder. When I started in this business 33 years ago, as I said earlier, you could not get a quote out of the underwriter without a fact finder. Now, with a fact finder, that gives you information that you need no matter what products you're selling. We have fact finders on our website. This is one here that you can actually put your name, your agency's name, your phone number in. But this gives you information for you to do the job that you need to do for your client. And when I say that, if you take your car in to get worked on, what's the first thing they do? They run a diagnostic on it. And this is basically a diagnostic that you need to run on your client so you can find out. I can't tell you the agents that call in every day, and they really don't know why they're selling somebody a life insurance policy because they haven't done a fact finder. I highly encourage you, and the true professionals in this industry will do a fact finder on every client they have. And as you can see, it's just basic information. The next thing that I would ask you to do when you go into your client, and I'll tell you it happened last week, we were, the agent wanted to sell a $250,000 term policy. I said, why? He said, well, that's what they said they wanted. I said, well, what are they trying to do with it? Well, I really don't know. Well, on our website, you can go in and you can do this estimator. It's a life insurance estimator. I said, it's truly a professional job. You can find out, and it will actually take the children, the age of the children, if they're going to put them through college, it takes the future value of the money to find out how much you need to put those kids through college. He called back 2 days later and he says, that worked. He goes, I sold a $750,000 policy. You need not to just go with what the client tells you that they want. You need to do a little fact finding and do a calculation to find out how much life insurance they would actually need. These are the life carriers that we deal with. We deal with all the major carriers in the life insurance industry. We have term policies, we have ULs, we've got IULs, we've got whole lives. We don't sell variable life. Variable life, you need a securities license for. So it's what we do is we sell. The only products that you're going to be able to purchase through us are the products that your insurance license will allow you to sell. And you need to give us all the information that you possibly can so we can do a good job for you. I can't tell you the number of times when an agent calls in and we end up turning them completely around on the direction they need to go because we need information to find out what the person is trying to do. And with all that being said, is what we're doing at the brokerage is stay tuned for this. We have gone into an agreement. We're going to have a mobile app, and the mobile app is being, I say copyrighted. I know that's not right, but you're going to be able to go on your iPhone to the Apple Store, and you will download an app, and the link will look like the Brokerage logo. You will set it up just like I guess you do your Facebook account with your username and your password. And this will allow you to go in. You will have a fact finder on your mobile phone and your iPad if you use an iPad. You will actually be able to go in and do the life insurance estimator to see how much they need. You will actually be able to go in and get your life insurance quote. Then you can go in and you can actually take the application all on your mobile device. Now, this is one of the things that this is proving that we are a life insurance brokerage operation as well as a health insurance brokerage operation. And if you're not selling life insurance, I'm going to throw a quick statistic out here. I'm a numbers guy. Another LIMRA statistic, but LIMRA did a study, and if you've got a client, you don't talk to that client for 3 years. And it's when they did a study, if you don't talk to your client for 3 years, 60% of your clients will terminate. 40% will stay with you. That if you've got one product line in force, if you've got 2 product lines in force, 70% of them were new, 30% will terminate. If you've got 3 or more products in force with that client, do you know how many stay in force? 99%. 99% of them stay. Now, who figured that out first? The property and casualty people. If you've got your homeowners, your life, and your car insurance you get a 25% discount. Does that make you a 25% better driver? No, because your client will stay with you. Talk to them about the various products. That gets into the cross-selling we talk about. He told me it's his. Dubas told me. I don't know who came up with it, but the industry that has done the best is what at cross-selling? The fast food industry. And why do you say that? When was the last time you pulled through McDonald's and ordered a hamburger? You don't. You order a number 1, a number 2, or number 3. And then say, no, I don't want an apple pie. The apple pie will be within 2 years, I can promise you that. Anyway, look for this mobile app. You'll see an email coming out on it. We have the various pieces put together on it right now. We're just trying to accumulate what we're going to have behind it. Hopefully next year you're going to be able to do the same with the health quotes on this as well. Okay, I'm pointing at the wrong place. I told you, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like handouts. The other thing that we're doing in our life insurance department at the brokerage is we have signed an agreement with a company called Insurance Pro, and it's what this is going to do. If you sell a life insurance policy through the brokerage, this is going to do your annual update is what it will do. And it will come in and it gives you all your basic information, and I'm not going to go into the details on this, but this just gives you an idea of what you will receive. But you will receive a proposal, and that proposal is going to tell you the difference between term. So if you're coming up on the expiration of the term on a policy, this is going to shoot a proposal out to you. It's going to explain the difference between your term and your permanent insurance. It's going to talk about rewriting versus converting. If they can pass underwriting, you can rewrite the policy. Or if they can't pass underwriting, we can convert the policy to a permanent policy. This is what you're going to receive. You're going to see where the current policy is, and you're going to see the second quote. This will automatically quote your life cases for you. It will let you know on a 10-year, a 20, or a 30-year term policy to bring that back up. This will all be done automatically in our system. So you're sitting there when the policy comes up and it's at a 20-year term and it's year 19, you're going to receive an email with a proposal attached to it that's going to show you the various options. It will show you the conversion option. It will show you the term policies, whether you want to continue with a 10-year, a 20-year, a 30-year term. And it will give you the carriers. It will give you each carrier. It's already been shopped for you. Everything's been done for you. Basically, this is managing your entire block of life business is what it's doing for you. And guess what? It's free just by doing business with us. This is the replacement options that you could go in if you wanted to rewrite and go to a whole life policy. This will give you the carrier that has the best price that we can find out there. But we should have it out probably, I'm going to guess by, hopefully we'll have it out by November 1. stay tuned on it. The big live producers in the room's the one that do it. I know I've talked to a lot of y'all. You're ecstatic over it, and that way you don't have to sit down and do your annual review for the ones of you that have to. Now, we're going to have an iPad drawing, but before we do, I'm going to introduce the life insurance bonus program for the brokerage that we've come out with. And it's what this is there should be one in front of everybody. This is a program that we will now pay you a bonus on your life insurance sales with us. And it's what it is. It's 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, and 20, 20, 20. And I wanted to do 9, 9, 9 because I liked Herman Cain, but I wasn't able to do that. But it's what it says is if you show or you sell 5 insurance policies and $5,000 of premium, we're going to pay you $5,000 of your commission as a bonus. If you sell 10 policies, $10,000, etc. I think y'all can do the math on that. But this program it's in effect now. We're going back and doing the calculations on anybody that's done it this year. The slate will be wiped clean at the end of the year, and you will start over in January. So anyway, like I said, I know everybody's a health producer and all that. Remember those statistics that Limra had out there about retaining your clients? We've got a lot of life products. We've got a lot of annuity products that we can say, and I can assure you, if you can give us the correct information. Sherry Kelson was here earlier. She went back to the office. But we are one of the few life brokerage houses that actually has she's an underwriter is what she is. But Sherry, just to pick her brain, and I can't tell you the agents that do a lot of life business with us, I can't tell you the compliments that I get on what she can do. The other day we got a case in, and we had 4 drugs down there and a height and weight or whatever, and she goes, that's a table 3. And I'm going, I hadn't even got to the bottom of the sheet yet because I was stuck on the first name of the prescription that I was looking at. But she knew exactly what it was. But I can assure you, she's one of the best impaired risk underwriters that I've ever worked with. But I encourage you, send us your life business and all. And I think Darcy and Jamie's going to come up. I think we're going to draw an iPad here for somebody. I guess we are.
Going down for real. And they already know me. It's going down for real.
Thank you, Rod. Hey guys, we've got one iPad right here we're about to give away, but we're going to give a few other things away first. But there is a second iPad, and you do have to be here to win it. With that said,
first, we're giving away a brokerage bag and a set of brokerage wine glasses. Very fancy.
need both during insurance sales.
Ticket number 1, the last 4 are 9665. Ready?
Say it one more time.
9665. Okay, we'll draw again. All right, the last 4 are 9986. Telling me nobody wants these wine glasses?
Listen, I love it.
One more time, that's 9986. All right, we'll go again. 9570. Yay!
And to tease you a little bit on what we've got from our great carrier vendors, Jack with Kemper, would you come up here? Jack's got a couple of giveaways, but we're going to do one of them right now.
All right, Jack has a $50 gift card for our next winner.
Darcy's young eyes read it.
And we are drawing from the business cards from his table. Bruce Neustadt. Yeah? Hey.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Thank you so much, Kemper. Okay, we've got one more briefcase and wine glass to give away, and then we'll get to the first iPad.
9442. All right, next ticket. 9747. Killing me. All right, next. 9863. Yeah?
At the end of the day, we still are going to get you out.
Of 2 iPads, so stick around to the end for the next one. All right, here we go. 9685.